What else have we got? We've done Expo. We've done 3 different hunts. Let's talk about the Rift fragments for a few minutes, guys. I've been getting some people messaging me saying that their Rift isn't working. There's a couple of things you should check. If you are not full clearing, if your Fenne's dying or you're not getting full clears too often, there's a couple of things you need to check. First, make sure if you're RC2, you have your Rift fragment on Blessing form. Once you get to RC8, take it off of Blessing form and pick Leap form. This increases your damage dealt proportional to the debuffs, so you start hitting crazy hard, and the harder you hit, the better you heal. And this one increases your attack, making you hit even harder, and it gives you pen resistance, so it's easier to stay ahead of the damage. So once you get to RC8, you want these 2 fragments. And I'm not even kidding, when I was RC7, I was full clearing with maybe 2 or 3 health bars left. I got to RC8, I was clearing with several health bars left. A lot. It's significantly faster clear. So make sure you set this once you get to RC8. Once you get to RC15, pick this one up. This gives you an extra attack, and now you are clearing giga fast. And here's the best part. Once you get to RC21, and I'm pretty damn close, once you get to RC21, you pick up Independent Form. This gives you undispellable permanent immunity. And the thing about immunity, when we talk about the speed tuning and we talk about Wondrous Potion Vial, all that is centered around keeping debuffs off, right? The speed tuning is about keeping the silence off, and Wondrous Potion Vial is about keeping the heal block off. So once you get this, the leash is off. You can build your Fenne whatever speed you want with whatever artifact you want, and she'll still work in Rift. So once you get to RC21, you can use anything. And that's what's great about it. Now, a handful of you are struggling getting the 171 to 173 speed range, because at 174, you occasionally get some fails. At 170, you occasionally get some fails. One more speed outside of that range, you get a ton of fails, right? So I've been told, I've not tested it, but I've been told there's another speed range from 160 to 164 that doesn't proc silence. The tuning at that speed range is also good, so give that a try. If you can't build a good enough Fenne at 171 to 173 speed, try building her at 160 to 164 speed. Now 175 to, or 165 to 170, that's a disaster. But the fact that you can do 160 to 164 as well as 171 to 173, that tells me there are other ranges that will work. Another thing that could be causing your failures, if you're like, well, I'm 173 and I'm still getting silenced, go in and do a fight and watch this number up in the corner very carefully, right? See where it says, behind Love Bite here, it says 30 turns left, Fenne takes a turn, now it says 29 turns left. This attack happens. Watch when Fenne takes a turn. It still says 29. If it doesn't say 29, that means your ads didn't get one shot. Your teammates didn't technically get one shot. They got hurt really bad. A burn was applied. Then they took a turn and the burn killed them. So it happens so fast, you think they all got one shot, but they actually survived. And you'll notice it ticks down and takes a turn off. You'll go from 29 to 28, then the fire burn pops. The next one, 28 to 27, fire burn pops. More importantly than it just wasting bars on the turn is it jacks up the speed tuning, because while they're alive and dying from the burn, the boss CR pushes, and that messes up your speed tuning. So make sure they actually die. If they are not actually dying, but they're exploding from the burns on their turn, take them off the team entirely. It's better to run Fenne all by herself with no support than running her with support that doesn't die from the initial impact and wastes a turn and jacks up the CR. So make sure you're doing that, right? Once you do those things, you should be able to full clear. Now, from RC2 to RC7, there is a tiny window of opportunity where the boss can nest heal block behind 2 burns, and then Wondrous Potion Vial doesn't cleanse the heal block, and then the burn procs and the boss crits. That's the perfect storm for enough damage to kill Fenne, and that's why RC2 to RC7, it's not 100% full clear, right? In 30 runs, you might see 3 or 4 losses. That's because of that narrow window of chance to just lose. Once you get to RC8, this controller reduces the pen, and it's, unless your Fenne's got like 16 or 15k health, I think, I'm just going to say it, I don't think it's possible. Once you get leap form, I don't think it's possible to die from damage. Unless your Fenne is absolutely bottom tier. If you're dying after you get leap form, you need to tinker with your stats a little bit, right? Make sure you're speed tuned, of course. If you're not speed tuned, you could get silence, then you don't get her rage, then you don't get the double hits, then you don't get the good healing, then you die. That's why the speed tuning is critical first, and then build a better unit second. It would better to be at 19k health at 171 than to be at 25k health at 177, because you'll just get chewed through and die with silence on your unit. So that should make it a little bit easier to put this together. I hope that helps those of you that are having trouble. If you still have questions about why your units, your Fenne is not full clearing, look at that. Look at these things, see if that fixes it, and hopefully that helps get you guys taken care of. On RC21 even faster because you can change the artifact. And you can change the speed on RC21. You can build her however you want to build her at RC21. It takes all of the shackles off this unit. Should I put my Fenne on injury set? I don't know. We're just cooking. We're just cooking because we thought it would be fun to do something different. I honestly think speed set is going to be the way with her. I think cycling her fast enough, because she doesn't really do damage till she racks up the self-injury, so you're going to want her to take a lot of turns. So I think when push comes to shove, speed set is going to wind up being her best build, or a very, very fast Destro set. I think you're going to want to build her kind of like Janua, right? A lot of damage, but also very fast. I'm also skeptical that crit damage is really that important on her. Loki was pointing it out to me that he was doing insane damage without crit damage. You still want crit chance, of course, but so much of her damage comes from the HP scaling that it's likely you can just sack crit damage and start nuking things, but we'll have to see.